I'm all set up here at my buddy Paul's camp. It's like a traditional Prospector tent. It's got high sidewalls and a peaked roof, but one main difference between this and a traditional Prospector tent is it's got this nylon webbing on the frame. Instead of creating a log frame, you just use ratchet straps or some kind of tensioning system to pull out the webbing, and that gives it this nice taut structure. Paul's done a really nice job on it. He also put this tarp over top of it because we're in that time of year where you can get rain or snow can melt and freeze, and that's just ugly. So yeah, he's got a pretty sweet setup here. Nothing left for me to do but fish. Hugger's just deep long enough to get down through this ice. It's pretty deep. And the slush is pretty bad. Big layer of slush on top. Sonar out. Oh, very shallow. Not too much water beneath the ice, but that's okay. It's just worth a shot. But the sonar's not much good in this case. Got the underwater camera too. Be nice to see some weeds down there. There are some nice tall weeds around, so I'll take that. That's good enough. I'm going to start out with the vibrato, and I'm not going to be too picky with locations right now because of the slush. Not too nice to be moving around the lake, so I'll just be content here and hope the fish come to me. It's not a big lake. It is calm, sunny, and mild, just above freezing. I haven't been able to say that for 4 or 5 months, all of those things together. So I'm ready for a refreshing, cool beverage. Switching to a jig fly. Nothing else to report. Can't wait till this all melts. Get back in the canoe. Launch out a cast. Getting close. Well, at least a month. This is what I think of your ice fishing! I said, ah! I'm sorry. Overreacted. There's the slush. There's my water for the trip. This one I've never had before. That's good. Paul's got all this beautiful wood back here. I'm pretty sure it's birch. Paul Jr. made some awesome splits down there. Really nice fire starting material. Still pretty frozen. Pork chops. Get up my dinner table. That's good pork chop. As excited as I am for a bunk bed, it's been quite a long time. I'm slightly on the large side for one. Having a nice slow morning here in Paul's tent, and it's cool to get this experience in like this kind of traditional style Prospector tent, but frameless. I think it's a really smart design. I don't know if it'll be portable enough for us. I'm probably going to be in the market for a new hot tent next season, so that's one reason why I really wanted to check it out. It's probably almost twice the weight of our Took Alaskan 11x11 tent, which is I think 19 pounds. This one I believe was 35. So that's a big difference for us hauling in on foot. I do like the layout and floor space of the tent. You got stove in the front corner here, and then tons of room. Like, you could really sleep a lot of people in this tent. So yeah, it's too large of a tent for us as well. I'm actually looking to get smaller for next season. Thinking about a snow trekker, and one of the biggest reasons why I want to change next season is the center pole that goes in our pyramid style tent. It's just always in the way, and it really obstructs the floor space and makes it kind of inefficient. It's still a good tent, and the quality has been great, no issues, but I just think there's a better tent out there for us, especially for something that I can take out and solo. A smaller tent that's easier to set up, and I think the Snow Trekker's frame design will actually be better for me in terms of portability and ease of setup. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking for next season. The tarp on the bottom of on the floor, I get people saying I should get a tarp on the floor all the time, but like almost all things with camping, there are pros and cons. It is nice to be able to step on the ground here and not have snow, but when you come in from the outside, you gotta try to shake your boots off and get the snow off, but you're not gonna get it all, so you end up tracking in snow. That snow's gonna melt from the heat of the stove, and then you have water on the tarp, and it's there until it evaporates, I guess. Sparks from the stove, they can burn through the tarp. They just fall into the snow in our setup, so I'm fine without the tarp on the ground, and it's one less thing to bring. And the tarp overhead, it's necessary, as I talked about before, just given the season, so that Paul's tent doesn't get ruined, but it cuts the lighting when it's like much darker in here than our tent, and it doesn't have this warm light that is so beautiful with sunlight coming through the cotton canvas. And it's like a bluer light, right, when you have a tarp of that color. It's really nice to have a tarp or a roof that's kind of a light and warm color. But yeah, it was great to get a look at this tent. Thanks a million, Paul, for letting me use it. I would think about it if they made a smaller one. I think their two sizes are 10 by 10 or 10 by 12. It's WildR Wall, I believe, in Alberta and the Rockies. So, anyway, I'll be thinking about it for next season.